Hey guys, so I think spring's here. Like, I know everybody's like, well, it's fall spring, but man, I've looked at the 30 days out and I don't see any freezing temperatures coming up, so we'll see. Typically, I think April 15th is my last frosty, but I'm probably gonna put stuff out like April 1st because it's just really warm. We're talking like 80s for the most part, right? So let's talk about what we got. I do have some thyme. Those nasturtiums made it over the winter. They look kind of rough, but I'm gonna start watering them more consistently and see if that helps. So that actually turns into like a really pinky salmon-y color. It's really red when it first opens. These are called tricolor. My local garden center had these last year and I didn't get them, and I really was kicking myself all year for not getting them. These are perennial wallflowers. I've never actually grown them before, but I saw them last year and I didn't think they would make it through the heat, but honestly, they did great at the garden center's display garden last year. So I got some this year and I was reading up on them. They seem like fairly easy to propagate too. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know if I'm gonna try and propagate them or not, but they start out like yellow and then they turn kind of a salmon-y color, and then they turn pink, and then they turn purple. So pretty excited. This is the best looking cotton leaf passion fruit vine I have. So I'm hoping it'll do really well and I can transplant it and get it going. These are the Kelly Ray sweet potatoes. So they look rough, right? But there is new growth coming in all sorts of places. So I'm hoping, like, if I keep this out in the heat, I keep it watered, it'll put out some new growth and I can get some slips going. This is Aunt Lily's tree salad. It looks really rough, but there are like little leaves coming out like along the bottom. So I'm hoping, again, if I can keep it out in the heat, keep it watered, I won't have to buy one of those because they're a good warm weather green, but they got tore up like with bugs last year. So I'm kind of just, I don't really want to buy another one if I can get this one to like come back and see if it'll do any better this year than last year. My seedlings were pretty disappointing this year. So the lamb's ear definitely came up and I'm happy about that. I've got like 2 or 3 goldenrods. Those are the sweet goldenrod odorata. A couple of Origeron, but like nothing like what I was hoping came up. Some spotted bee balm, like 3 or 4 of these cells actually have stuff in them. The lemon mint, the annual horse mint, lemon mint, that did really well. But I am really disappointed. The balloon flower didn't hardly come up at all. Chamomile, which is usually like the easiest thing to grow, farted out, didn't work. So I'm really disappointed in that. These are some beautyberry seedlings that I transplanted before the fall. It looked like they're budding out. I hope they do, because I have a friend who wants to get some color along her back fence. She has some property, and so that will really help. I've got some Turk's Cap seedlings I transplanted in the fall that I'm, again, not sure if they made it through the winter, but we'll find out. These are seedlings I got from Ginger's greenhouse. She's actually an excellent source for anything that you can find in her shop because the prices are amazing. She ships everything really well. So that's just mints and coreopsis and all sorts of stuff. But these are the Korean celeries that I seeded. And so they've actually started to come up, which I'm really excited to see if I can get these guys to grow and live in the shade in my really hot climate, because they don't love really hot climates, but we'll see. This is a Snapdragon. These are extra Anaheim green chilies. This is mistflower. I have a ton of mistflower and I just sprinkled seeds just to see what would happen. We'll see if they actually sprout. These are the Turk's Caps. They're like just little sticks. And I don't know if they'll come back. That might have just been a waste of time, but I'm gonna see. We're gonna try. So my seedlings are doing pretty good. These are my micro dwarf tomatoes. They've all pretty much done well sprouting, and I thinned them all out to 1, except for the Shimofuri, and one of these Pinocchio Reds. Didn't really come up. So I reseeded the Shimofuri. I didn't reseed the Pinocchio Red. Well, I'll just deal with not having one. If I don't have these, it's fine. Like, I need to get some basil seeded anyway, right? So I am disappointed because I only got 3 Shimofuri and 3 Pinocchio Reds, but there's 6 lots. Maybe those are the 3, levels, the 2 levels that I have some basil in instead of tomatoes. You know what I mean? These are doing okay, but my tomatillos are coming up. These are tomatillos in this one. This is my Elmer's ground cherry from Experimental Farm Network, and it has not come up yet. These are ground cherry longifolia, Peruviana longifolia, Those came up really easy, but this also, the New Zealand ground cherry from Experimental Farm Network, neither one of their ground cherry seedlings that I planted have come up, and I'm really disappointed. They're perennial, or supposedly perennial, and I was really looking forward to trying to get those going. Just didn't happen, didn't come up. These are Peperoncino orange fish, which is a variegated, supposedly, kind of smaller pepper that will probably go in the towers. This is Christmas tree, which is a small stature snacking pepper. The seeds were old, so I just sprinkled them all in here to see what would come up, and those will probably go in the tower too. These are some old tree color seeds, purple tree colored seeds. Purple tree colors don't really go to seed very often, so I collected the seeds when it did. I don't know if these will be perennial, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna pull this one because it's just not holding its own. Anyway, over here, these are all of my regular size peppers for the year. I really dialed it back this year, so I'm growing New Mex Jumbo, Peppa Peach Stripey. These are the only two Peppa Peach Stripeys I'm growing. Habanada is this one and this one. There's two in each. I'm not sure if I'll thin those or not. And Anaheim Mild and Nata Penos. So that's it. I don't really like a lot of sweet peppers. Like, these are the only sweet peppers I'm really growing. And I don't like a lot of heat either. So I just like green chili peppers really, and jalapenos without the heat. So I will try some interesting peppers if I find any. Like that Peppa Peach Stripey has a little heat to it and it's just gorgeous. But anyway, tomatoes, because I'm only growing like one or two of each of these tomatoes, instead of filling out like a tag for each, I just put like a shorthand abbreviation for each. That's worked really well so far. I took a picture though in case these fade. I did take a picture of the tray, but that accordion cherry, again this year, complete flop. Had one really bad looking seedling start and then it died. Last year all my accordion cherries never came up except one, and it was really wimpy, so I will not be trying to grow accordion cherry again. I don't know if I just had horrible luck, but both years the seeds I bought new seeds, complete flop. The Bedouin here, I have a couple extra Bedouin growing, or one extra looks like. Bedouin's probably my favorite tomato ever. It's kind of a purpley paste tomato, does well in the heat. I will probably take one of these extra ones out and put it in here. And then I saw a hybrid cherry tomato called Rapunzel, so I'll probably buy one of those instead of using these accordion cherries where I was planning to put those cherry tomatoes, and we'll see how it goes. The towers look amazing. These are supposed to be a bunching red onion. Bandit, I think, is the name. So they're really small, but the plan is I will probably try and tuck my micro dwarf tomatoes here in between these two onions, or whatever onions are growing, when I redo these towers, which will probably be a couple weeks, maybe 3 weeks at the most. This calendula, and there's another calendula somewhere in here that I got, did really well over the winter because they were protected. The calendula that I had in the ground that I didn't protect did not make it through the winter, right? Because they're actually not frost hardy, right? Like a hard frost will usually kill them, but I don't know where the other one is. But anyway, I kept it good, so they survived. I will transplant these out in the garden and see if I can get them to just go to seed. Yeah, we'll see. My tune plant is coming back. This is called the beef and onion tune plant. It's actually a large tree that's generally coppiced, but the leaves really do taste like Oriental flavor ramen, basically. So I wish I had the land to put that somewhere where it could really grow big and I could use it more readily, but I don't. Let's see. So the blackberries definitely coming out into leaf and flower, right? We have flowers. So I'm happy about that. This tiger fig still got green on it, made it through the winter. That was with some covers and some lights. The blueberries are all, right, going into flower. The bees is already on there. I see a bee right now. Scared it away, sorry bud. This almond, I don't remember the name of the almond, to be honest with you, but it's a self-fertile almond, but it's the first thing that flowered this year. So this is our Blackfoot daisy. Didn't die over the winter. Happy about that. I have not cut my roses back and sprayed them with copper, which I should have done. And it's kind of too late now because spring hit a little sooner than I was anticipating. I am not sure what I'm going to do. I may cut this stuff back anyway and spray it because I still see diseased leaves from last year. And I failed. I failed at this, but I'm going to try and rectify the situation. This is a blue-eyed grass, which is really pretty. Let's see, the gummy berries definitely flowering out. Really happy about that. Again, these are blueberries putting on their blooms. I need to cut that stevia down. That brown is just a bunch of stevia I need to cut down. And I also need to thin out like these daylilies. I may let the daylilies grow here because nothing else really grows there. So I might just let that roll, be honest. I won't be thinning my irises this year. I thinned them last year. I could see a bunch of little ones coming up, but not a lot of big ones. So I'm just gonna let these grow this year and see how that goes. I took down the shiso, but I did leave them here. I may pick them up. I don't know. It depends on my mood, right? But I can definitely see the yarrow I put in here last year coming back. I can see the natives coming back. We got like a wine cup right here. Pistemon right back there. There's more. I just don't have them. There's a cardinal right here. It's kind of like you can see it coming up through the branches. And I should have, now that I'm thinking about it, some bluebells that live somewhere in here. I don't see them coming back, which would be really disappointing if they don't, because they are perennial, but maybe it's just too early for them. We'll see. My super mini buttercups, and let's see, this is coming into flower. This is my favorite, this peach tree. Just beautiful flowers, really dark pink flowers. I did trim down this pear tree, like really trimmed it down. It's a dwarf anyway, and it was running into this peach, and I was really like just reducing the number of branches and how long the branches are in the hopes of getting like fruiting spurs. We'll see if that works or not. I took this vine down and I trimmed up these guys at the base. They just stick up suckers like crazy, so I really try to clean that up so that we can walk around it to collect the cherries and not have to like fight so hard. A lot of yarrow coming back from last year, which is fine, and it will spread, which is also fine. Wow, dude. Okay, so I planted these walking onions, like 6. It's just a whole patch now. Like that's awesome. And these little ones, these little onions are like the purple top decorative onions. You can still eat them, but most people don't. The irises are coming back. Those are irises I got from a lady last year. I'm really hoping that they bloom this year, but I'm not gonna hold my breath on it, right? Wouldn't be on my video if the train didn't come. This is a Florida native blueberry. That's great that survived. Over here, this gumi, I planted this last year and I thought it was dead, but it is absolutely 100% leaving out. So I'm really excited about that. The mulberries have like either put up suckers or seeds. I don't really know. And I'm not really sure, right, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna let those stay, dig them out, because I was kind of thinking about putting some camellia bushes, like the tea camellias here, because they're evergreen. And I've got like bushes up there, blueberry bushes. I don't know, guys. I'm thinking. I don't know, we'll see. Let's see, this is a pear tree. It didn't do great last year. I'm kind of hoping it does better this year as far as just growing, because it really didn't do well. The mountain mint looks amazing. I'm hoping all those cuttings I stuck in the ground will like at least have shed seeds to spread more. This is a Turk's cap. There's like kind of a dip right there because Hubs dug out half of it because it was just getting so massive. The sugar cane hasn't come up yet, but I fully expect it to. The rose is definitely coming out, this prairie rose. So you can see I actually bent over a cane, and so because I wanted it to spread this way, so it's spreading that way. I'll probably take this tall one and pin it over so that it'll spread that way. It is thorny at the base, right, and on new ones, but as they get older, there is hardly any thorns like in the taller growth. So it's supposed to make really good seed hips, rose hips. We'll see if that's viable or if it's a lie. A lot of times I feel like it's a lie. The spiderwort's coming up nicely. It's one of the first things to come up in the spring and flower. And let's see here. I think that's about it. Like, nothing else is coming out. Persimmon's still kind of in dormancy. The blue bonnets look amazing. Now, they didn't fill the bed like I was hoping, but there's enough where we're going to have a really pretty showing. I do need to get in here and weed. I got to weed everything. I don't want to weed. I got a new bowl because that one just rusted out. I got a copper one to see if it would be like less prone to rusting. So we'll see how that goes this year. But anyway, things are waking up, guys. I still have to prune that back because it's just so big. I really do need to cut it down quite a bit. I don't know, guys. Anyway, that's all the stuff I need to do. I need to cut down my roses and spray them. I need to cut down that peach. I need to determine what I'm doing with this mulberry that I don't really like the taste of. So anyway, that's it for now, guys. Happy spring.